higher rates. There's the Bank 2 has guaranteed a 4.75 APY through the end of September. As you may know, the rates are fluctuating, and so they may be changing, but they can guarantee us that through September. Bank 3 gives us 5% through the end of May, and then can guarantee us a 4.75 through the end of September. So with that information, it would be my recommendation that we go with Bank 3 for this.
And for clarity, up to how much money?
Up to $5 million, but it would more be this 4.575.
I'll make a motion that we go with Bank 3 for a money market account for up to $5 million.
I'll second.
Motion's been made by Daryl, second by Kevin. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed.
And just for the record, that is Jackson County Bank. So I want to make sure that's on the record.
And then, thank you, Amy, for all the work you've done on that. I know you've been working through it a little while. Ordinance 24-05, which is the reestablishment of the CCD fund. As Jerry said, this would be the first reading of this. Anything else? Any further discussion? Jerry, questions? If not, would entertain a motion to approve 24-05 on first reading.
So moved.
Motion's been made by Kevin. Seconded by Vieta. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed. Perfect, thank you. And just an update, we have on the Eclipse, we have moved our public safety team countywide meetings to once a week, as we are inside 30 days. We have just about mustered all the resources that we need and can find and hope we need. We continue to work with our partners and finding solutions. We are rolling out our teammate sign-up sheets and opportunities, for lack of better terms, for positions on Sunday and Monday. Yet probably later this week. We had a big staff meeting this morning to sort of talk about that and go through it. We also have the opportunity for volunteers. If anybody would like to volunteer, there will be plenty of spots available on Sunday and Monday. Two things, just to make sure everybody is aware. In your utility bill, you should have received this. It has all the information, emergency contact sort of information, the phone number for the Eclipse hotline. Hopefully this went to every utility bill customer in the city of Greensburg. If you don't open your utility bills, please do. We include information in there just like this. And there are some folks that don't open their bills, and there are some folks that don't receive a bill. So everyone did get a card as well. This went to every residential address in the city of Greensburg. It has a lot of the same information, including the schedule on the front, the contact information on the back, about look for traffic, keep up to date, be aware, timings, etc. So if you don't know the Eclipse is coming, I don't know what else we can send directly to your house. We've got 2 direct door mailers. I believe there's another one going in the April bill, so open your utility bill as well. Social media continues to be, our friends in the media continue to cover it as well. So there's a lot going on. Encourage everyone to come out. Sunday, April 7th, Monday, April 8th is the big day. Our next meeting is April 9th, so this is the last one, and if Chief McNeely and Chief Sterner are grumpy, please excuse them.
It's guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
We might not even be.
Any questions on that? Okay. Jamie's out sick this evening, as he had mentioned to all of us, so I will quickly do the Board of Works update. We did table the Washington Township Fire contract once again. Mostly it is done and complete. We just want their legal counsel, which is not in the office this week, to review that, so we expect that to be passed. Matt gave the same update that he did to us this evening. Chief McNeely came forward with a request to retire K-9 Hercules after a vet sent that recommendation. Officer Hirschberger, which is the current K-9 officer assigned to Hercules, him and his family have offered to take Hercules and be responsible for his quality of life post-retirement. He has been with us 5 years and his 6-year-old German Shepherd. Been very active in the department. I can show you this big letter that Chief sent if you're interested. So the board did vote to retire Canine Hercules. That does bring us to one canine still on the force. Any questions for the chief or I on that?
We have another one we're going to be adding, Chief.
We don't have any intentions at this time. One, I don't have anybody interested in being a handler, and two, until we get our staffing back up to full staff, I just kind of want to hold off. That takes a handler out of patrol for about 4 months.
We also, correct me if I'm wrong, but the county, since we started this program, has also added a dog or two, is that correct?
Yeah, they've added a dog.
So that
and
helps.
We work hand in hand, depending on who's on duty and who's available.
Okay, thank you. Donna came forward with a sewer leak adjustment in the amount of $1,253. Zeke gave an update on the South Vine Street sewer project. This has been on his list for a long time, so it's 500 feet of 8-inch plastic. The intention is to be done end of July, beginning of August. He also got approval to put some concrete in his new building down there with Corbin Excavation. And we approved, or Mark notified everyone of the RFP that is from NDOT that is going out for phase 4 of the Park Road project. Late last week, we were awarded $5.66 million from the state for federal dollars for the phase 4 of Park Road. So we are marching eastward on our journey. And that is all. Any other questions on that? Okay, Mark, you got an update from Main Street?
Everyone knows that Rose Cronley has tendered her resignation. Application's been received and interviews will begin soon to fill the vacancy. The position will be filled by one of 4 remaining candidates. A new president for Main Street will be elected next week at the annual meeting. At this moment, there are 2 candidates who have expressed interest in the position from the executive board. And the beer garden at the Eclipse celebration at Rebecca Park will be staffed by licensed volunteers from the Main Street Committee. And work continues on the meal to market, or market to meal in June.
Fantastic. Okay, any questions for Mark on that? Planning Commission, Kevin?
We do not have a meeting.
Carol, EDC?
Did not have a meeting in March.
That's right, that was this morning. 911 or plan, or, yeah.
I have notes from Chief McNeely. I wasn't conscious on March the 6th, so thank you for doing notes for me. There's one position left open in dispatch. We're in the process of buying a new copier. 22 new policies and procedures were reviewed by the advisory board. There was unanimous approval of those. There was a change on the advisory board. Decatur County Emergency Management was removed and Decatur County Emergency Medical Services was added. Josh Tressler, who is responsible for technology, performed an update with emergency services, doing a mapping update. After having over 900 discrepancies, it is quite a bit down, still some to take care of. There were board elections. President-elect was Fire Chief Nate Stormer, Vice President Sheriff Bill Myrose, Secretary Ashley Wilson. A new contract was signed with Code Red. The public portion of Code Red is live and working. Access to the public groups is not available yet. 92% of the city and county addresses checked through the USPS database is up from 89%. Decatur County EMS Director Calvin Venable has resigned as the director to accept a new position. Teresa Wise has been appointed the interim director. Justin Spear, representing the Let's Volunteer Fire Department, is requesting a new set of tones for their EMF service when they're covering for Decatur County EMS when they don't have a truck available. It was approved to add the additional cost of $80 for the rest of the year and $120 for the following years for the tones and e-dispatch. This concludes the notes. Thank you again.
That's a heck of a report. Okay.
Glad you're conscious now.
Brenda, anything from solid waste?
I actually reached out to Stephanie because I wanted, since we didn't meet, and just to see what she had going on, and she did, tell me that at the next meeting, which will be this month,
Next week.
yeah, next week. So a few things that we could probably get some information for her to take to that meeting. Getting ready to renew the contract, a revised contract with Lysing for leaf and yard waste collection. There will be somebody from Lysing there at the meeting, and she requested that maybe Mark could come.
I've already responded to it.
Or someone from there. The Norma Bainbridge Scholarship applications are being accepted now until April 19th. The rain barrel and composting event with soil and water is scheduled for April 16th. She didn't let me know if she still had spots open for that, so you could call and check if you're interested in the rain barrel project. They'll be making a decision to figure out what they're going to do as far as the tops away and the tires go. If they decide how they're going to do that, if they're going to limit, since we have so many tires that come through, if they're going to limit that or attach a small fee associated with that. She's waiting on word on a possible $10,000 grant. She did receive recycling receptacles from Rumpke to use for the Eclipse event. She said that they'll use them at the fairgrounds, and she said that Tony's going to collect the trash and take the recycling himself. And she didn't know if maybe someone from the city, if they wanted to collect the recycling at Pirate Park. Maybe if even a volunteer or something that would be able to do that, or if it was just going to go in the trash. She said she's also working with, partnering with an organization called Astronomers Without Borders. I thought that was interesting. It's to collect the eclipse glasses and ship them to other countries to let them view future eclipses. And that's all.
Questions for Viad on that? Darrell, Redevelopment Commission.
We did not have a meeting this month. However, I did receive your email today, Mayor, on the RFP that's going out for proposals for the apartment building that we'll be building on the old jail lot.
Yeah, hopefully we'll know more by beginning of June.
Yeah, I think it said that those are due in by April 26th, I believe. That's all I have.
The only thing that the airport and the aviation board is hosting the statewide quarterly meeting here this spring, so they're preparing for that and continue to work on a couple smaller projects out there as well. I don't have any updates for any of the other boards as well. One thing you will notice to start happening maybe as early as today, but by the end of the month, our new gateway signage that we ordered late last year is being installed before the Eclipse comes, so those will welcome our visitors as well. We'll also replace the 20-plus-year-old ones that are in very, very bad shape. Letters are falling off of them. The one on North 421, it's missing its face right now. Yeah, so they have been disintegrating, and so our new ones will be going up by the end of the month. So it'll be a new refresh to that as well, but also needed to replace the existing. Anything else? If not, take a motion to adjourn until after the eclipse. Motion's been made by Vida. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed. Thanks, everyone.